Okay, we're live. Welcome back, everybody. If you're just joining us, welcome. If you've been here all day, thank you. I'm Catherine. I'm the Development and Communications Coordinator for Southside Center of Hope, and we are here today to celebrate Giving Tuesday. And I am joined by Peter, who is a member of our board of directors. Peter is actually the treasurer of our board. So welcome, Peter. Thank you for
Thank you.
joining us.
Happy to be here.
I'm very excited to have you because I think a lot of times our board is maybe the least visible on our social media. You guys do a lot behind the scenes, but I don't post about you as frequently as I do some of our other staff members and our residents and our volunteers. So I'm really, really excited to have you here today.
And we're happy to be behind the scenes, just so you know. We're happy
Yeah,
to have Asa and all of the residents up front and center. That's why we're here.
That's the impression I've gotten so far. So, but again, I'll say it 1,000 times. I do appreciate you joining us today. It makes my job a lot easier because otherwise they would have to just sit and listen to me talk all day. And I don't know who would really want to do that. So why don't you just go ahead and share with us? I'm interested to hear what it means to you to be on the board for Southside Center of Hope, maybe kind of, why you chose to join, what keeps you engaged and active, kind of just your thoughts and feelings about the importance of this agency and why you chose to support it in this way.
Absolutely. So I've been involved in the Southside Center of Hope for about 3 years or so. I took and actually heard about the organization and reached out to the organization, just called and said, hey, I'd like to take and do a little bit of volunteering if I can, see if I can help the organization in some way. Started speaking to Asa, and while I thought I was going to help out in terms of cleaning up or things like that, next thing I know, she asked me to join the board because they actually had a need at that time for someone to help with the financials. So I've been a very active part of the organization during those 3 years, and for me, it's very rewarding. Taking and finding a way to take and give the gifts that I've been given to help others in that. Again, it's not about me. It's not about any of us as board members, but it's things that we can do to take and help the organization. It's been a really great opportunity to take and try to sort of help meet needs for multiple people. And what I mean by that is we have our residents who have a need. They have been lucky to take and brought to us or found our organization. And then we have a lot of other people who maybe don't necessarily have the time to take and give to help out in a volunteer capacity, but are willing to take and help out financially. And that's why Giving Tuesday is a great time to take and talk about this, is that there are so many people out there who really want to take and help all of these individuals who we are helping to serve and are working with us. And you can do that just by taking and helping to give a donation to us, either monthly or one donation for the year. It really does help us as board members to take and help bring people together. And that's one of the reasons I'm on the board.
Yeah, and I think having you as the treasurer, you have a unique opportunity to share. I say it a lot that every donation counts, and it doesn't really matter how much you give or when you give it or what. But you actually can see that every little bit counts. I think a lot of people don't know that we are our organization is mostly funded by those individual donations, small to large. So could you speak about that a little bit? Just the need for that?
Absolutely. So a gift, whether it's $10 or it's $100 or $1,000, we use all of it because everything we have, we are using to take and help the residents who are with us. There is such a great need in our community, and some people think, oh, I don't have that much that I can give, or it's like, this is a lot to give, or, it's sometimes hard to take and choose between so many wonderful organizations. Southside Center of Hope really touches the lives directly of so many individuals, and we have so many success stories. Hopefully you've seen some of those today, and I've looked at some of them online. by taking and making a donation, even for a small amount, 10, 20, $30, it can take and provide what we need in terms of professionals to take and help individuals, food, all sorts of things. I mean, working on taking and providing long-term housing is something we're looking at down the road for some of our residents. We have so many things that we want to accomplish. We
Yeah.
have the volunteers who are there to help, but we need the funding to take and actually make it happen. And if you can just give a small amount, it would really make a huge difference in so many people's lives.
Yeah, and that is really true. That, our theme this year is together we give the gift of recovery, and I think that is just really such a telling and truthful statement for us to be making right now. And we couldn't do it without our supporters. So thank you so much for sharing that. And the only other thing that I wanted to ask you, which might seem a little redundant because I think you have already said it a little bit, but just if you have any motivations or messages for people as to why they should join us and join you in supporting Southside Center of Hope this Giving Tuesday.
Right now, this is a unique year for all of us. We're all experiencing things very differently. We're coming off of Thanksgiving, and I'm assuming most of us had a very different Thanksgiving than we've had in previous years.
Yeah.
We have individuals who are with us that are having challenges during this Thanksgiving time. And if people take and have that opportunity to take and give to help us to be able to achieve our mission, it can just take and have a huge difference in a person's life. It's so rewarding knowing that you're taking and helping somebody. And right now you're probably thinking, oh, gee, do I take and give that extra few dollars? Do I take and participate now? Or, oh, I'll get to it, in a few weeks or whatever. If you can give right now, we really need the money. We need the funds to be able to carry out our mission. Without all of you and without your support, we can't do this. And we plan to be doing this for many, many more years, many more decades. But we can only do it with support from you. So if there's any way you can take and give a small amount now and then give some more later, that's fine. We'll take anything you can give, because it's we've been blessed by so many people who have been generous, and we appreciate that. But there's so much more we need to do.
Yeah.
And it's everyone working together and coming together as a community. And particularly during these hard times, during this pandemic, we really need your help. We, like so many other organizations, are struggling. And any little bit you can take and give us will help us to take and carry out our mission. I mean, all as board members, we're doing this for free. We do this because we care about the mission. We're passionate about helping others. And we just need help from all of you to take and help us to take and provide for all of those who are asking for help, and we're able to take and provide that help to them.
Yeah.
Please help support us, please.
Yeah, and I think one of the really important things to acknowledge is that we're an agency that provides services for women and children who are struggling with addiction and homelessness. As an agency, we're struggling, but as the position that we're in is 10 times better than the position that the women that we serve are in right now.
Absolutely.
As much as we are all struggling, those women and children, those families are struggling just as much, and they were not in as good of a place as we all probably were. So I think that, that's really important to acknowledge, that this pandemic has really magnified the needs for our services. So yeah, I'm very passionate about all of it. So I could go on, but I just wanted to acknowledge that, because I think it was very poignant for you to say that we're struggling during this time, and that it needed to be acknowledged that that there are people who are in very tragic positions and in need of our services, and we have to make sure that we can get them the help that they need.
We absolutely just have to take and have everybody take and provide support that can, because I mean, think about the things that you might have that you take for granted. The ability to take and go out and get that cup of coffee, be able to take and watch something online. think about how much you're spending on that on a monthly basis. Is there some way you could take and share a portion of what you spend on that? Give up that coffee for a couple of days, take and give up some sort of streaming service for a
Yeah.
bit, just to take and help us out. Because again, we're not doing it for us; we're doing it for others,
Yeah.
and we are the stewards of the donations you give us. And believe me, we do everything we can to make sure the money is going directly to helping those individuals. We're not an organization that has a lot of overhead. We take and get by with a very minimal amount possible, so that we can take and try to get everything to help those women who take and need that assistance right now, because recovery is so important, and the difference that you can make can truly make the difference in a person's life,
Mhm.
and how their next 5 years, 10 years, 30 years are, as well as their children. Every gift you give it can have a lasting legacy on an individual. So please support us if you can. It really is important.
Thank you so much, Peter. I'm gonna release you.
Thank you.
I appreciate you so much for joining us today and sharing all of that wonderful information and all your, thoughts and feelings about the organization. And mostly I'm just thankful for your, your support as a board member. I think we have an amazing board of directors, and I'm very thankful to have you as part of our team. So,
Well,
uh,
thank you very much for what you're doing today. Really appreciate it. I hope you do take and get some additional individuals who haven't donated before to donate now. We need your help, and thank you very much for what you're doing and being there every day to take and help our wonderful members take and get the help that they need. Thank you so very much.
all right, perfect. Well, thank you for joining us, and I will talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. So, I thought that was going to be the least moving conversation that I had today, because we would be kind of talking business a bit as with him as a board member, but I'm just feeling a little overwhelmed, honestly, by how passionate everyone is about the mission. I don't know why I'm overwhelmed by that. It's not surprising to me, but here I am. I'm a little overwhelmed. Um, so I wanted to take a moment, because we were just discussing with Peter how, every donation counts, large or small, every hour, every minute, every second of volunteering counts. Anything you're capable of doing is helpful to us, in any way. And, just even being here and viewing this live stream, it means a lot to me, and it means a lot to the women that we serve. And so I wanted to share with you all one thing that you could do today, in support of Southside Center of Hope. It is in Chicago about 12:15. So hopefully everyone's getting ready to have lunch, and or you can save this for dinner. But I did want to share that we have once again partnered with Bona Beef, which is, I believe, a Chicago-based chain of restaurants. I could maybe be wrong about that. I'm not from Chicago, so if I'm wrong about that, let me know in the comments. But I do believe Buena Beef is unique to this area. We've partnered with them for a Giving Tuesday fundraiser. They are allowing us to host fundraisers at 4 different locations today, and anyone that picks up food, goes through the drive-through from any of these 4 Bona Beef locations and mentions that they are there in support of Southside Center of Hope and our fundraiser, Bona Beef will donate 20% of that purchase back to us today. So, something as simple as, ordering lunch or ordering dinner, could, directly benefit the women that we serve. So I wanted to share that with you all. Make sure that you are aware the 4 locations that are participating are, I'm not going to read off the full addresses here, but I will leave a link in the comments, and you can click on it and get more information. But the Bona Beef in Hoffman Estates, the Bona Beef in Skokie, the Bona Beef in Beverly, and the Bona Beef in Orland Park are all participating. So like I said, I will leave a link in the comments and you can go and view that, view those addresses and enjoy a nice lunch or dinner at Bona Beef. So thank you again to everybody who has been tuned in today. Thank you to everyone who has donated. We are well over halfway to meeting our $5,000 goal last I checked. So I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited to keep going live. And thank you. Leave me a comment, share our post. Enjoy a delicious meal from Bona Beef, and I will be back shortly.